Hey guys, how are we doing? It's Crypto Insight UK here, bringing you back another YouTube video. Before I get into this, I just want to say, as always guys, thank you so much for your support. My YouTube channel's got like 2,300 subscribers now, which is absolutely mad. TikTok's still blowing up, which is great. I just hope you guys enjoy the content. I do want to say, if you do need help with your crypto taxes, please head over to cryptotaxcalculator.io. I will add that link to this video. I've got a link or a discount code of Crypto Insight UK20, which gets you 20% off their services. They're basically a new partnership that I've signed. I can do a video on them if you like, but they're so easy to use. Their website basically it's just going to tell you what you do or don't need to pay in terms of taxes, depending on what jurisdiction you're in. There's like 20 different jurisdictions in there. Most of the people that watch my videos are within those jurisdictions. So yeah, just go and have a look if you need some help with your taxes. And without further ado, I'll get into this video. So we look at Bitcoin here on the daily. Again, we're still kind of waiting to see if we're going to get a further drop from Bitcoin or whether we are going to push up out of this zone. We are forming quite a strong support level here, which is one thing that's positive for me. But the longer we do hang around in these sort of levels, the more likely to me that we are going to get a drop. However, there are like arguments for and against. We're using this area here as support. It's quite some quite strong support. I'll show you more on Ethereum where I can see the support from this previous capitulation. It's kind of the ceiling of the previous range that we're using as support, which in my eyes is quite a strong support level. So yesterday we had the daily candle close below the 200-day moving average for Bitcoin. I was expecting today to potentially be a red day. But last time we had that was here, and then we had a nice green engulfing candle, and then a secondary green candle to push us up towards the 50-day, bounced off the 50-day, came down again, and slowly came down. And then we had that red candle yesterday closing below the 200, with then a green engulfing candle seems to be coming again today. And I know that the day's not ended, so let's see how that ends. But if we got anything like last time I was looking at this yesterday, it was a 7% move on that day. Alright, 8%, 8.24, but I think it's 7% if I zoom in time-wise. Or maybe I could just be telling a complete lie there. Let's just say it's 8% then. So if this is an 8% move, I did this last night and it wasn't giving me the same. 8% would take us right to the 50-day moving average again. So we are essentially just trying to break, it's gone the 4-hourly. What we're trying to do is to have a reversal. We need to break this high here, or really we need to break this high here. But just if we start breaking this high here, if we have a daily candle close up in this area, which is the 49,500, or let's just say the 50,000 area, then we are reversing out of this zone, I would say. Because what we're doing at the minute is creating lower highs, which is a signal of a downtrend. But here, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4 higher lows, and I know that these are super close. Super close. In fact, these two are exactly the same. But that's showing you that there is support here, and this is a buying area for the market. People have been stepping up the buying in these areas here. So this exact level here, what is this? The $40,724 looks to be an area where people are placing a lot of buy orders. And to be honest, I'm not going to spend too long on TA again, because again, we're just chopping, we're waiting. It's not a lot has changed in my last video. I'll show you the support that I'm talking about for Ethereum. Get on the 4-hourly, you can see it a lot better. So I'm talking about this whole level here. As you can see, this is right at the top of the range. We really struggled to break out above this when we had this first capitulation event. And now we are holding this area pretty well as support. So these are the lower highs that it was on Ethereum, I think, that I was looking at. So slightly lower high, slightly lower high, slightly higher low, slightly higher low, slightly higher low. So I don't know what we're looking at here really. Like the TA, we are still below the moving averages. Is on the 4-hourly. They are looking bearish. The 50 days below the 200-day. But we've been holding this range for a while. But like I said, the longer we hold it, the more likely we are to come down. I just feel like we could just chop for a little bit longer, but I do think there will be a big push coming one way or another, and I do hope that's to the upside. But if it is to the downside, I think there are some areas of support. I think for XRP we will be looking at 77 cents. And I don't think we go any lower than that. That's because of these previous wicks up here from when the SEC case was going on. 24th of November as a wick up. That wasn't the SEC case. That was just our first push up, really. And then we came down, and the lawsuit got dropped in and around here somewhere, or tweeted out and then dropped here. And then we obviously used that as resistance in July, came down and then really pushed out this zone. But if we do come down here, I'll be getting in. And this is not financial advice, what I'm about to say now, but in my opinion, these zones are amazing for accumulating cryptocurrency, because if the speculation that I have is correct, I think we're going to go on an absolute monstrous bull run or a monstrous blow off top phase for the last 3 months of this year. And the risk to reward ratio on accumulating crypto at these prices is absolutely insane. Sorry, I drink my coffee there. So what you got to think to yourself is, okay, what's the downside risk? Let's say if we bottom out at 55 cent, or even, like I've predicted, if we do bottom out, it'll be 77 cent. You're looking at like, what percentage downturn is that? 15% downside for, well, I think we're going to top out between $13 to $15 personally this bull run. So let's just give you, this will just be a rough idea. Let's just go from where we are now, which is there to, let's just say $14. So you're looking at a 15% downturn for a 1,425% upturn for XRP. So that's just my personal opinion on that. And let's have a little look at the DXY. See, this is absolutely ripping at the minute. It's on the weekly. Let's have a look on the daily. It was forming, I thought it was forming a head and shoulders pattern, but it looks to be just absolutely ripping. I'm not going to lie. This could, I said this to my friend yesterday, this could be a fake out, and I think we could reverse here, hitting our head on this sort of level here, the 94.68. But let's see what happens over the next few days. It's definitely something to keep your eye on, because it's normally inversely correlated with crypto. As that goes up, crypto comes down. So let's keep our eye on it. Right, getting into some news. So we've got El Salvador and Bitcoin taking their first steps into Bitcoin, and I've not got my audio set up right, so I'm probably not going to play this video actually for you. But all it is just showing you that they are now setting up some mining rigs in El Salvador to harness the power of their geothermal energy from volcanoes, which I thought was absolutely awesome. It's definitely revolutionary for not just cryptocurrency, but civilization in general. It's really putting some kind of pressure for the first time ever, really, on fiat currency by enabling purchasing of goods or having a legal tender of Bitcoin, which they are now also going to be able to mine because of their renewable energy sources. It could really be great for them financially. I did say that I didn't think that just holding Bitcoin would be that good for them as a country, but if they started to mine it or utilize that, then it would be very good for their economy. That was my prediction. It also creates jobs. There's a lot of good things coming out of this, so let's see where this goes, and let's see if any other countries follow suit. I did see a tweet today about, we talked about yesterday about the Chilean peso, and today I saw one about the Peruvian, I don't know what, is it peso as well? I don't want to say it's peso, but I saw something about Peru's digital currency. I should know that actually, because I think it's actually Libra or something. I don't know what their currency is. I'm just told a lie, so let's have a look. No, I'll have a look later. But this is something else I wanted to get onto. So, Senator Toomey asked for feedback on crypto. This is Stuart Alderotti, by the way. He's like one of Ripple's one of the general counsel at Ripple. He's a lawyer. He said, Senator Toomey asked for feedback on crypto and blockchain laws. Here's Ripple's response, and you can read the whole thing here. And he's basically bullet pointed it. Encourage innovation sandboxes for crypto, increased public-private collaboration, engagement and consideration by the Senate of existing legislative efforts. It all comes back to clear regulatory framework that allows innovation to flourish with consumer and market protections. We don't have the clarity today in the US, despite those who insist on incorrectly suggesting otherwise. Thank you, Senator Toomey, for engaging with the industry. So that's a backhanded dig at Gary Gensler, obviously. And finally, this is something that I wanted to talk about. So James Van Law tweeted something today. Ripple filed a revised response to the SEC's brief regarding allegedly privileged documents the SEC is withholding. Ripple hits on the SEC's continued efforts to re-argue issues the court has repeatedly rejected. But the interesting bit about this for me was this, which XRP Bulldog has pulled up. It's actually on page 13 of this document if you want to go and have a look at that, guys. It says, the SEC's June 13th, 2018 XRP Memo. Perhaps the most explosive revelation of the SEC's privilege log is that the SEC's Division of Corporate Finance, a division that operates distinctly from the Division of Enforcement, wrote a memorandum containing a legal analysis of XRP. That memorandum was then circulated to certain individuals at the SEC on the day before former Director of Corporation of Finance Bill Hinman gave a speech publicly declaring Ether not to be a security. The SEC's privilege log asserts that this document is attorney work product subject to the DPP and it asserts for the first time in this letter that there is also subject to attorney privilege client. Or attorney-client privilege, excuse me. The SEC is incorrect to all three privilege claims. But these are the most important parts, is that they did write some legal analysis of XRP, but only a few days before the SEC Hinman speech. And basically they were saying before this lawsuit that they hadn't, like, basically there was clarity, but then they're now saying that, oh, it only came, like, just before the lawsuit of the speech of William Hinman. Sorry, my brain is not on today. Just before the speech of William Hinman. And that makes this case interesting because this was actually in 2018. And the SEC are basically after Ripple for the whole time that they've ever been said on XRP. And if they only created this legal analysis of XRP in 2018, then what was happening before that? They can't claim that everyone knew about something before that because it didn't even exist. And then they also only sent it to certain individuals at the SEC, so no one else would even be able to know about this information either, apart from now it's being uncovered. So what do you guys think to that? I'd like to know what you think in the comments. I think that's actually a bombshell in the case. I think this could be more damning evidence for the SEC, and I would love to see what is going to happen. The thing is, with this case, it's quite exciting to watch, but at the same time it's quite frustrating because it feels like it doesn't go anywhere. But I do feel like the longer the case goes on, the more we're building a stronger case for Ripple. And I just want to see what the judge is going to say soon and what comes out in the wash. It's going to be nice to see one day waking up to see a settlement or a win for Ripple. That day I've got in my head, it's going to be so good. I'd like to know when you guys think that's going to be. Let me know in the comments. I'm sorry that my brain's been a bit all over the place today. I got up early, got loads to do. I just wanted to get this video out to you and show you some bits of information or things that I found on Twitter that I thought were pretty interesting. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Tomorrow's a fresh day. I'll hopefully not be as mentally jumbled, and I will speak to you then. Thank you for tuning in. Peace up, A-Town down, as Usher would say.